Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile. Wait for it. Earthquake! We have it. It's fun. So, let's find a bigger group of monsters and check out what this awesome new skill can do. So, you smash the floor, you keep smashing, and the first hit is gonna set off a shockwave. But contrary to what other people seem to be doing, you can just keep whacking with it. So what I've seen a lot of other players do is they hit the floor and they keep on running, and then they wait for it and it explodes and kills things. Which I guess is a fine way if you're looking for efficiency. But one of the ways is you can basically use Earthquake as a very strong single target skill that also just happens to kill the rest of the pack as a side effect. I mean, it's a attack that has basically melee splash built into it. So there is a small splash radius built into it. There you go. So, the Catacombs is home to one of the trials of Ascendancy. So that's the reason I'm actually heading in here. I think this might be one of the first times I'm actually heading into this place. There's never a quest to go here, so just like one of the side effects, one of the side areas in the forest after the riverways in Act 2 is also one of those things that I always skip. So, Earthquake is actually rather powerful. But the interesting bit is that the first hit is already powerful. So, tooltip damage. Tooltip says 650 DPS. And if we have a look at how I've linked it, we've got Earthquake, currently at level 2, on its way to get level 3. Melee physical, added fire damage, and endurance charge on melee stun. So I did replace stun with added fire damage just to give it a little bit more oomph. And it works out beautifully. And the interesting bit is that the first hit is 650 DPS. The aftershock deals a 60% more damage. So that's close to 1000 DPS. Which is rather interesting. So let's go further and we'll just keep smashing with it. So against regular packs, most of the time the initial hit will just kill things. And really you can just keep going. And then now if there's a pack that's a bit spread out, then the aftershock might just hit some things, but most of the time things just die, and especially because I'm using Herald of Ash. If I kill regular mobs, there's a lot of overkill damage, so that overkill damage is just gonna kill their buddies. But against blue packs, the aftershock helps, or with yellows, you can just keep focusing on hitting the yellow. And then the rest of the regular mobs, they can just keep dying. And if you keep an eye out on the endurance charges, basically every hit just keeps topping it up. And if the initial hit is not powerful enough to top it up, then the aftershock is 60% more powerful. So that's gonna hit monsters for a lot more, so it has a higher chance to stun. Or might even be just guaranteed to stun. Hey, you. So most of the time I'm now using Earthquake to actually hit the monsters. And only when I'm being attacked with by ranged characters or when there's like a door here. Now I'm not gonna walk back, but I can use Sunder to reach back here. Now I'm being attacked by a Chronophage. Well, I'll just explode him. So the combination of Earthquake and Sunder is interesting. But while I was using Sunder as my dealing with groups skill before, and I was using a Heavy Strike as my single target skill before, I was expecting to use Heavy Strike in combination with Earthquake. Or to have Sunder, Earthquake and Heavy Strike all three on my bar, but I've actually replaced Heavy Strike with Earthquake. I wasn't expecting to be, because Earthquake is inherently a AoE skill, but because it just does so much damage, that compensates for the lack of inherent bonus to single targets and a stun threshold reduction. And it just keeps the endurance charges up, which is good. Hey, so, monograph time.
An emperor cannot allow himself to become buried in the shadowed vaults of self-doubt. Cannot allow thoughts of imagined disaster to spin about inside his mind like so many strife-splintered wheels. An emperor navigates his way through the terrors of perplexity with his eyes set firmly on the rising sun.
Path of fortune cookies, telling you. So, let's dance along with the whirling blades. Okay, actually I'm gonna intentionally stand in one of these. So how much do they hurt? Okay. Okay. They hurt quite a bit more so in the inside than on the outside, it seems. But they hurt. You don't want to be caught in them too long. So, lock the door. Probably if we pull this lever, we open it. Yep. Hello there, monsters. Here. Boom. But they're not following the path. Okay, you can smash over them, but I did get caught by the edge of the thing. Wait, what? This was it?
An emperor must bear two blades. Hope in the left hand, surety in the right.
So you can slay monsters with hope and surety? Okay. Oh, good thing is we actually solved the trial. So there's one more remaining and that's going to be in the Hedge maze later on. So there's no more point for us to actually be here. Well, except for killing these guys. Sorry, I have to kill them. Cannot not kill them. And of course these guys. Ooh, they're blue. Boom. Right. Back to town and then onwards to, well, piety.
So there you are.
And let's sell this armor, make some space. We keep it going. So, piety, we should be able to get to her. Just use Earthquake a couple more times.
For a minute.
Ooh, Vagan. He is the only one of the masters that I haven't actually unlocked yet, with the exception of Zana, of course. So, let's fight him and unlock him. Hello there, Vagan. Oh, you got a nice lightning swirly going around you. Let's summon our totem buddy and kill you. So, endurance charges are building. Both the initial hit and the aftershock apply endurance charges. And it just works. And you see just how massive the damage is. Earlier, currently I'm level 34. I actually ran a level 39 Haku daily mission when I was level 33. That actually, during that mission I dinged 34. And I was killing the mobs no problem. Earthquake really is that powerful. Or the combination of Earthquake with my current build, that is. So, let's say hello to the Graficius. So, again, no, I just start hitting on the boss. And this just keeps my charges up until he dies, and then, of course, there's nothing more to hit. Colossal Life. Just grab, well, it's mana. Not care about Colossal Mana, but Colossal Life might be interesting. And we keep going. So I can imagine actually once you have increased AoE and things like that later in the game and the radius is even larger, that just hitting the floor once and running on might not actually be a bad idea in terms of efficiency. because monsters are unlikely to run out of the range. Because that's my biggest worry right now. Monsters will just run out of the range and then you have to chase after them anyway. Okay. Yeah, you're too far away, you're too far away. Boom, boom, boom. And we get our loot. I'm leveling a couple of lower level support gems in my offhand. Equipped another mole there. Artisans, +1 level, some skeletons, lightning storm, and 40% more quality, or more items. Hey, let's do this. Okay. And that was so we got 5 rather than 3 or 4. So let's see how fast we can knock Cole down. Since usually Cole does a lot of damage and he is actually capable of taking a lot. Also Flesh Rend. Just look at how easy he goes down. If you remember from my Chaos Caster series how many shots it took to kill that guy. He has actually quite some life. But we're just mowing through it like it doesn't really mean anything. And I'm just running from strategic target to strategic target and not really concerning myself with all the other add-ons. Because they will just die. Ooh, hello there, Soul Eater. Boom. You cannot run away. Earthquake is too powerful. Boom. So my initial impression of Earthquake was I just replaced my Heavy Strike with Earthquake. And I didn't have the added fire damage. It felt a little less damaging. I can actually show you. We'll just take the fire damage out. So now the DPS is 522 rather than 652. So actually we lost about 130 DPS. Wait, that's cool. Let's actually not experiment with builds while doing a minor boss fight. Hello there, mister. Here. Yes, you. Just look at me not caring. So, as I was saying. Fire damage. Let's take it out. Run around a little bit and get an impression for just how much more damage you deal or how much less damage you deal. So admittedly I did do a little bit of gear crafting afterwards, so it might be that since I experimented a little bit with it in the docks, I have just improved my setup a bit. Things are actually still dying rather quickly. Even though going from 522 to 650 damage is basically a quarter extra damage, it's 25% more damage on top of things. Let's see. Ooh, nice big group. Boom. Aw, initial hit killed just about everybody. The aftershock really didn't have much to do. See? Just 3 regular hits and 1 aftershock and he's gone, and endurance charges stay up. So the added fire damage strictly is not necessary, but it's just fun to do. And as I said, I don't need the extra stun right now to gain the endurance charges. So then I just rather err on the side of more damage, increasing DPS and just general throughput. And that's also the interesting thing is that Sunder has a slowdown on the attack.
You are truly Kitava's slave, a daughter of corruption.
Thank you for those wise words, Mr. Smashimon. As I was saying, Smash has a slowdown in the attack, it's 15% slower. But Earthquake has no such slowdown, so it's actually rather fast in its attack, even though base attack speed of my mole is it's 1.2 attacks per second. It's being slightly boosted by some other bonuses, but it feels very, very fast. Where, yeah, Sunder, it's closer to 1 attack per second. It's slightly slower. And also, just because I just deal such insane amounts of damage, I was meaning to pick this up, but I misclicked. There hardly ever seems to be a reason to summon the totem, because before the totem can do more than one hit, targets are dead. Yeah, so the totem is more of a strategic option when I need a distraction or when doing bigger boss fights. I think for act fights the totem is going to be useful to reposition the boss monsters, or just to contribute a little bit of extra damage. But the real damage is just in chain casting, Earthquake. Might also help that this is just an insanely tanky build right now. I mean, my current with 4 charges, 76% physical damage reduction, maxed out resistances, 47 life per second, and I'm not even using Enduring Cry, which boosts it a bit further, it's to 170. So when I want to, I can regenerate quite a bit of life. And I still have the unique flask, of course, that the mana I consume I can turn into life recovery. So when I'm low on life, I drink the potion and automatically my life bubble fills up, whether I need it or not. I mean, I can't really remember the last time I walked through this place and did not pay special attention to where those casters were. These tentacle miscreations, because they usually hurt a lot. Then again, my last character was of course a shadow who only used evasion and energy shield. So there was no physical mitigation on that build until I got some Fortify, that is, later on in the game. And then again, Fortify is only 20% physical damage mitigation, so yeah. Yeah, that's it. This way. Slightly larger corridor might be it. Good. So as I say, Sunder is more of a ranged attack skill, the way I use it in the build. While Earthquake definitely is a melee skill. Come on, pick it up. Yes. But just jumping into a group of enemies is already enough to kill them, and this only has extra attack speed on it. Ooh, Perandus Sword. That's gonna be fun. Yeah. Totem is actually good against these Perandus Swords because it just keeps killing the random mobs that respawn. Is it open yet? Yeah, it's open. And that's it. Good, we go. Not that way, because that is nowhere. Ah, staircase up. Good. Good. Let's see, is this the way through? This is not the way through. Then the other way is the way through. So, after Piety, our goals are clearing out the library and clearing out the Hedge mace. Let's see, this is, oh, it's a berserker, it's not gonna explode in my face, that's okay. Blood elemental of anger. Sure. Be angry. Gonna kill you anyway. And then the Hedge Mace we do for the trial, the final trial of Ascendancy. And we need to get the Chillis Plum to make Fairgraves happy. Because we're gonna go there anyway. Might as well do the quest, right? Okay. Nice. This is a door I can actually shoot. Can I Earthquake go through walls? That worked. Boom. Boom. Right. Now we can open the door. Oh, another Perandus cache. Cool. Ooh, Belatra. Hired assassin. That's yet another one crossed off of the list. Hey, cool. Just keep leveling up random gems. Colossal life. Still not enough life on the Colossal Life Flask to fully restore our life, but I guess it's about the idea that counts. So, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting the reduced duration support gem to make the aftershock trigger faster and also, obviously, more often. Because now there's just too much of a delay. And most of the time the aftershock triggers when it is not needed anymore, because you've already acted once, twice, thrice in a row. Hey, Piety, let's do this.
You've done your ancestors proud, Karui. Now, here's your warrior's death.
Totem. Piety,
You'll
come
be
on.
remembered, Karui.
Don't run away. Oh, you're going for my totem, right? Here, we summon it. Just look at her melt. Boom.
I cannot carry this.
That was Piety. This is so much fun, but it's also... Doubles feels ridiculously powerful. In a good way. Tower key. Too many items. Probably want to go back here just to pick up the rest of the items and then sell all of them. Oh yeah, Vagan is now here. He's my favorite guy because he stands very close to the portals. So it's easy to sell stuff here. Forici is too far away. Yes, I know, I'm getting lazy. But lazy in a good kind of way. So it's all caster stuff, really. Piety, really. Ah. Sell that, stash everything. Currency goes in the box. Ooh, Orb of Alchemy. It's actually saving one of up for this one. Because it's a 4-link, it's better, but it was still white. And this looks like an upgrade. There's decent resistances on it, and there's a ton of armor on it. And I still need to mastercraft it, and the other one is actually worse while mastercrafted. So let's do a little upgrade here. Sunder. So, Sunder has been restored, and this one goes back on box. You know what? Looking at the timer, this is actually gonna be the end. Just talk to everybody.
See you.
Yay, thank you, Greiger. We got skill points.
Unfortunately, Piety was...
So,
Have fun elsewhere.
let's see, have a look at our skills. That's maybe a nice last one to do. So, we completed our journey towards Bonebreaker. We've got Stamina completed, and I finished Juggernaut. Potentially there's a skill point here, but it's only 4% life and some armor, and I'm already investing a lot into armor, so there's basically some diminishing returns. An argument can be made to move over here, grab Lust for Carnage, to just get physical attack damage as a life leech and just some life gain on attacks. This is gonna help me sustain very, very strongly, but as you saw, I'm already regaining a lot of life just simply via life regenerated per time. Ooh, someone lost to level 90, that's painful. There's a lot of life regen already happening passively. My physical damage reduction and all elemental resists are just gonna go through the roof. So the only damage type that can actually hurt me right now is Chaos, and Chaos only gets applied in small quantities. So there is not really a lot that can actually hurt me, so the sustain is gonna keep me topped up. So it's not strictly required to add to the sustain right now, so it's probably better to focus on just expanding the build. You got Stun Mastery over here, that's gonna be good utility. And you know what, that's also gonna add to Earthquake. That's gonna help us keep our endurance charges up, even if we're not actually pushing the damage. So we might as well go for that. Grab these 3 points on the next 3 levels. And then keep Lustful Kindness in mind. When we need it, it's there. It's only 3 points, so that's pretty easy to grab. And then we're gonna make our way up in the skill tree towards the Templar. Because, well, there's another endurance charge here. There are some AoE nodes here. And there is some dex and intelligence that if we need it, we can grab it. So, that's the current plans for the build. I'm very happy with where the build is. And it definitely feels tanky already. So, we got Marauder, very happy. Got Hagen, who's very happy.
Stay out of the shadows. They bite.
So, we got one more trial. And then after that, the Labyrinth. A friend of mine actually ran the Labyrinth at level 39. It's similar build, slightly more life. I think he had about 1200 life. So now by the time we've defeated Dominus, I think currently my thinking is we're gonna go to the library, go do the Hedge, get the trial, then defeat Dominus, and after we defeat Dominus, make our way. After we defeat Dominus, we go back and finish up the Labyrinth. So that way we are slightly over leveled. We've solved everything we can here. And then we finish the Labyrinth and we become a Juggernaut. And then after that we go into Act 4. Because I think with a build this tanky, the challenges of the Labyrinth, we will be able to face them. It's not going to be easy. It might actually become an episode that's just I'll have to cut into, or it's just going to be a very long one. Because my friend took 50 minutes I think to run it the first time through. So very curious to see where it's going. But I'm gonna stop talking now, and I'm gonna thank you very much for watching. And next episode, we're gonna continue on our journey towards the library. Bye bye.